Spent 3 hours this morning listening to the final remaining bits of Star Fuentes. There is nothing in her that desires to reconcile, that desires to repair, that desires to make amends. There's nothing in her that desires to empathize or pay forward. Nothing at all. Zero. On a physical basis, what Star wants to do is suck. She wants to suck the life out of me and out of every single person on this planet. This has been going on for over 2 years, 3 years now. Are we at 3 years of constant assault from Star Fuentes and Brooke Still? Let me say this again. And Brooke Still. They work as tag teamers. They come in at one end and rape you, or stab you, or assault you. And then they turn around, and then the other one comes from the other side, and then stabs you while this one's on a break, or rapes you, or punches you, or head boxes you. Endlessly. With narcissism and illogic. Neither of them have come to any forward conclusion of any kind of productive problem solving for the ascension, for the future, or even just how to handle me. Period. It is very clear and concise, their direct motives of intent. And they both continue to believe in fallacies where they are the superior alpha guru and where they're allowed to assault you to death with black magic. Let me say this again. They believe fully in their heart of hearts that they are allowed to assault you to death with black magic. They are allowed to assault you to death with their lower astral planes. They are allowed to assault you to death with their purchase arrangements. Bad purchase CRI. They are allowed to assault you to death with bad information and anti-health policies. They are allowed to assault you to death with crazy-making agendas, where they are the superior twin gods of this planet, and we are nothing, and they are allowed to profit while we starve, while they continue to rape, beat, and torture us to death. It is never ending. This is, again, let me be clear and redundant. This is year 3. Year 3, after 5,000 emails and 1 million posts on Facebook. That is a little bit excessive. We sent a number of emails, maybe close to 500 emails. And we've been making posts every single day, recording their akasha, but only a fraction of it. We spent about a third, maybe at the best, we reported about a third of their akasha, where they are threatening to kill us with their brains and with their intent. Where they are threatening to stab us with their brains and with their intent. Neither of them have decided to tame, self-clean, self-regulate at all in 3 years. Neither of them have decided to make reprimands, is that the right word? To repair the damage, to pay for the damage in 3 years. Not one of them has sent an email back in 3 years. Not one of them has sent a post or a Facebook message in 3 years. We have sent certified mail. We have made phone calls. It is nothing but negligence on their end, and then assault, violent, deathly assaults in the astral planes, day after day after day, where they are literally nothing but horrific demonic monsters. Last spring, I went into a very heightened state Mother Mary zone and was able to confess out or burn out a significant part of their demonic astral. Hopefully this spring I will get another layer deeper. Year 1, I was able to go into a heightened Mother Mary state while I was in a 911, like Harry Potter being possessed by Voldemort for 3 weeks, where I couldn't breathe and was only suffocating on Star's demonic ectoplasm. They have no accountability. They have no respect. They have nothing other than bad karma on this planet. I have done everything for them. I was slave labor for over 9 months for both of them. I paid them over this lineage over $30,000 physically. And I have been met with nothing other than obscenity, stubbornness, obstinance, power struggles, power grabs, and death threats from both of them. I have received arrest threats from both of them. That because I'm going to turn them into the FBI for their behavior, for their grand theft, and for their attempted murder, and for their assault torture, that they would then arrest me. There is no logic. There is no reasonability, and there is no problem solving. And there's nowhere to move forward. They will be counted to death for their CRI analysis. They will be held accountable to every single astral imprint in every world, on every planet, throughout all space and time. They will be held accountable for every single dollar they spent on non-organic food, on non-netsock, on non-green energy. They will be held accountable for every pedophile they funded, for every rapist they elevated. They will be held accountable for every single person that they did not heal. They will be held accountable for every single person they sold dimensional mastery to for $11,000 and then did not provide, after over a decade, any actual magic that would ground and solidify their dimensional mastery program. The dimensional mastery is that is grand theft. That is defrauding. It is high-level con artistry. It's pyramid scheming. And it's absolutely grand theft. I believe we're prosecuting Selena Rodriguez also for high-priced magic ticket. Their magic is fraud. They do not come with blessings from Mother Earth. They are not Dan Barber. They are not Michael Pollan. They are not even Gordon Ramsay. They are not John Quan, I'm sorry. And they are not Sai Ma, and they are not Guru Mai. They do not run ashrams as a political or charitable service to the public. At the worst, those people are operating out of political glad-handing. And at best, they're actually authentic, charitably aligned gurus with clean astral energy. They do not operate at those levels. They endorse rapists, pedophiles like the Dalai Lama. They endorse rapist pedophiles like the Pope. When you ask for them to have warnings on their friends who have gross mental illnesses, including sexual predator fetishism tendencies, they refuse to adopt HR best practices, reasonability, and skills. They do not have the mental capacity to handle anything, not in the professional world, and definitely not in the spiritual world, which is supposed to be better than the professional world, not worse. The spiritual world is maximum professional. Let me say this again. Melissa Elza, who is an HR business partner, the spiritual world is not better than her in any capacity, and she knows all the laws in the United States surrounding HR best practices, sexual assault lawsuits, sexual harassment lawsuits, employment labor issues surrounding, oh, Star wanted to use me as a slave I went home at 3 o'clock in the morning and then was forced to get back up at 9 a.m. And now I have to do the same thing, and now I am sick. The spiritual world is not less than the best practices in HR. Period. It is above it. It is in compliance with legal policies that have been widely accepted through the United States, at the least, unless you're 100% Tiferet charity at the expense of your own life. That is a non-profit, non-personal gain in an authentic, truthful capacity. The Mayan lineage is therefore confessed. Period. There are a few initiates that have been given tickets moving forward into Netzach 6 Ascended Master School education. A ticket into the Seraphim has been offered to Shisten today, just based off of her energetic reasonability. She will be then forced to do all the A&R work. The Repello Squibtum nodding. The Gryffindor nodding. And then her 7th house, which she will get a ticket into House of Mikael. And so there's 25,000 hours of nodding. Because when I ping Shisten's astral body, it doesn't stab me. When I ping Shisten's astral body, it goes, "You're a genius. I'm going to do all my A&R work." Joanne has a ticket. House of Raphael. Stephanie Kober has a ticket. House of Zodkiel into Ravenclaw. Elaine has a ticket. House of Jophiel into Hufflepuff. Stephanie left the lineage laughing. Let me say this again. Stephanie left the lineage laughing at them because they're demons and they're pathetic. Stacy Eckert's got a ticket. She also has a House of Jophiel ticket. There's a special, so it's like House of Ariel. She can choose House of Ariel too. But she has to do it through Hufflepuff. Trying to think. Who else has tickets in the Mayan lineage? Zuyapa's got a ticket, House of Mikael, into into Gryffindor. Or Hufflepuff. Melissa Elza, Melissa Elza was my student. Sarah Ekstrom was my student. Evan Nagin was my student. They spent at least 1,000 hours working on my class material, listening to me and studying with me, physically. Get. David Brestol has a ticket into House of Raphael as a Hufflepuff. It's not about age, because Elaine can do it. Susan Sentinel has a ticket in the House of Haniel. Anybody else? Is there anybody else that reached out to me in any capacity, worked with me, befriended me, and then helped? Zobby's child, Emily. House of Jophiel, Hufflepuff. Again, it's not about age. Stacy can do it. Elaine can do it. It's not about sex. There's David Brestol. It's literally how much their neural CRI decided to like me or shit on me all day long. I promise. It's how much they decided to become my friend or try to alpha me. Trying to think of anybody else in the Mayan lineage. Oh, Dev Archer. Ticket in the Seraphim, House of Mikael. You're not allowed in the House of Kamail, Dev, but you are allowed in the House of Mikael or House of Sandalphon. Dev can go to the House of Sandalphon. That's fine too. Anyone else? The Ascension was about actuality and actual authenticity in bed with factual, evident truth. Not skirting it. %90 of the Mayan lineage operated off of fallacies and projection. They endorsed non-health behavior. Cedric might be able to get a ticket, but he has to go through Marshall. So he'd have to go through House of Zofkiel and do 35,000 layers of knot, or 35,000 hours of knotting. So it would be Haniel Zofkiel. So it's a double 7th house. Because he likes that Netzach energy a little bit too much. I don't care about anybody else because they didn't ever care about me. Ever. It didn't matter if I had royal bloodline, if I had money, if I had facts, if I had education. They didn't care about anything I ever had to say. So that's just a confession. It didn't matter if I was Hermione Granger incarnate or not. They treated me the same. They didn't treat me better when I started publicly saying I was Hermione. They treated me the same. Because that's just how they treated me. Which was passive negligence and assault. And then domination. Endless domination. Based off of their natural inclinations that they are somehow kind of chip on their shoulder superior. Man, I wish I didn't fumble that. The Hufflepuff, yay. So when we did Hufflepuff in the Mayan lineage, so those are the only people on the planet that got a 7th house ticket, and it's now like from the Mayan lineage, and it's public. If they want a 7th house ticket and they've taken some of the classes, they're going to go through the FBI. Let me say this again. We will have an FBI representative that will be in our Ascended Master lineage that they will end up going through. Because at this level, it's pure manipulation because I've been tortured and starved to death. So I'm operating off of a very weak boundary platform with Stockholm Syndrome. So I'm way nicer at this current juncture than I should be. So there will be an FBI post with better boundaries and not 3 years of Clippeth assault torture. And they'll be able to see things a lot more clearly than what I am able to do. I am purely offering these tickets based off of past experiences with people from a friendly, heartfelt space. Nobody from the Mayan lineage is allowed in McKenna's house. She is, the FBI agent is. Let me say that again. There is not one person from the Mayan lineage that has been accepted into the House of Kamael or the House of Rothziel. They are not given those levels of Gebera tickets on this planet. And that is everything. When we first did this video, Hufflepuff in the Mayan lineage, there was this funny punchline, like, Sue Storm with the badger. Like, we're all just Hufflepuffs. Like, I wish that was the case. When I moved forward into Gebera, I found out that you guys were not even close to Hufflepuffs and y'all wanted to stab me to death. You are forever held accountable for your astral imprints in the Clippeth. Let me say this again. You are not divorced in any said capacity from your astral energy in the Clippeth. So if you have inner demons and you think Jesus is going to heal you, then you're insane because it's an ANR mandatory world ascension. Let me say this again. You are required thousands and thousands and thousands of hours of Cobra acid burnout of your inner shadow, repressed Netzach DNA that is diseased and has highly violent levels of karma. sitting stagnant beneath your feet. You guys are all like coiled rattlesnakes that want to bite and knife rape. So, no, the Mayan lineage is not Hufflepuff, unless they've been named here in this video with their current 7th house ticket. Again, these houses are House of Sandalphon, House of Gabriel, House of Mikael, House of Haniel, House of Raphael, House of Jophiel, House of Kamael, House of Zodkiel, House of Ariel, House of Zophkiel, House of Ratziel, legal Gabera, House of Ratziel, and there is nobody in the House of Metatron. Odessa Maleficent, Rava, is in the House of Metatron. That's it. The male Archangel Metatron, named, will be approved by Chris Pratt and myself and Odessa Maleficent. And Archangel Lucifer. Until then, we have a sitting ticket House of Metatron female Archangel. And no, it's not Jesus. Jesus' house is Zodkiel. All right, we're done. Collie Ren out.